from class BAE6E. Today we are going to present about principles and practices of Arahnu. My name is Nura Klausna, PT3, and I will start with the introductions. In Malaysia, the demand for pawnbroking services has surged due to the convenience of lending money or quick funds to the needy. The sector has experienced substantial growth, and customers now just need to pledge their valuable goods such as gold or security to the pawn shop. Arahnu operates according to Sharia law since it is essentially Islamic pawnbroking. Like conventional pawnbroking, you are provided with a loan in return for a value asset of yours if you are unable to repay the loan. Unlike conventional pawn shop that take cell phones or other devices, Arahnu exclusively accept gold or jewelry as collaterals for loans. Customers just needed to pledge their valuable belongings as a kind of collaterals or security to the pawn shop to use the pawnbroking methods of financing, which does not need any additional financial documentations or evidence of income. Since banks generally lend to the most creditworthy customer, pawn shop services are commonly used by individuals and small enterprises in need of money. The majority of pawnbroking customers were frequently individuals without access to a legitimate financial system. The Arahnu program offers several benefits and drawbacks in the services gained from it. One of them is microfinance program with a Sharia foundation that provide gara, riba, gambling and extortions. The applicant only requires putting up their goods as collaterals as an assurance to pay back the loan. In conclusion, the Arahnu plan has positive effects on the community, especially the Muslim community, from activities that violate Sharia law and enable small business owners to access quick working cash to cover liquidity needs. They can satisfy their financial demand without going through cumbersome procedures by using methods like interest-based loan, loan sharking or ahlong, and illegal money lenders. Customers should always be informed of their legal rights and comprehend how this kind of transactions operates to prevent any future disputes or issue between the borrower and the lender.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurika Wimawiti Slamat, and I will be presenting the Arahnu issues. Firstly, Arahnu implementation is the pawn itself. In Malaysia, Arahnu is a relatively new micro-credit technique, and many people are ignorant of its existence. However, only gold and jewelry are allowed as pledged products and may be accepted as a warranty for the loan, with the amount that Arahnu customers can borrow depending on the gold and jewelry value. However, if we compare the era of Prophet Muhammad (PBUH) to the application or implementation of Arahnu, it is quite contrary and different, as they should only promise or accept any commodities with a high value of their own, rather than being limited to the only gold and jewelries. Secondly, Arahnu is the lack of a clear reason for the ujrah fee rate imposed by Malaysians Arahnu supplier and pawn shop. This is because the ujrah cost imposed by Arahnu providers is a little more than that of a traditional pawn store. Arahnu is one of the products or services that requires 6 collateral, and the ujrah payment may be more than usual since it is determined by the quantity of marhun, which is the gold. If we compare this to a traditional bank, the procedure is really similar. If the bank that provides the larger loan, the consumer will also be charged the larger loan interest. Lastly, for the issues of the Arahnu is the inconsistency of the legislation regarding of Arahnu practice. There is no explicit statute that governs Arahnu's activities and safeguards the transactions. Therefore, this diversity of governance has a variety of consequences, including making it hard to coordinate and oversee Arahnu operation in Malaysia. In addition, institutions subject to KPKT jurisdiction are directly and regularly involved in the monitoring and auditing operations of KPKT personnel. These involve licensings, audits, auctions, yearly reporting, enforcement, and the handling of any complaints that arise or exist.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Shahani binti Yusuf. Now, I want to talk about the opportunities of Arahnu. The first one is accessibility and growth. Islamic pawnbroking has gained popularity within the financial system, expanding steadily over time. The concept of Arahnu has been widely adopted by Islamic and state-owned banks. Next, Sharia compliance. Islamic pawnbroking adheres to Sharia principles, attracting Muslim community members who prefer financing options aligned with their religious belief. In addition, collateral is provided in exchange for funds, promoting ethical lending practices. The third one is simplified processes. Islamic pawnbroking requires minimal documentation, making it easier and quicker for borrowers to obtain funds. Furthermore, borrowers experience a streamlined process without the extensive paperwork typically associated with traditional lending institutions. Lastly, cost effectiveness and flexibility. Islamic pawnbrokers generally charge lower fees compared to other credit options, such as bank loans or conventional pawnbrokers, making it more affordable for borrowers. In addition, funds obtained through Islamic pawnbroking can be used as per the borrower's needs, without any restriction or specific requirement.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aida and today I'll be present about the challenge in Arahnu. Arahnu does not run away from facing obstacles and challenges. There are various challenges faced in managing in this sector. The first thing that Arahnu must deal with is the competition. The challenge does not come from a traditional pawn shop, but from people who lend the money illegally, which is ahlung. In Malaysian, ahlung is often lent illegally, which is what is meant by the term of hidden economy. The ahlung illegal activity is already one of the growing group because most borrowers do not need gold to pledge as a collateral. The ahlung give quick cash loan to people with a low income or people who want to start business or to people who in a desperate situation. Many people use the ahlung service because of first, ahlung may give a bigger margin to the value of the security and an indefinite amount of the time to pay back the loan. However, they charge a higher interest. Second, the ahlung do not care why other people need the money, as long they know they get the cashback with the interest that they charge. Arahnu lets people get cash right away by taking gold item as a collateral, but some people do not have gold to put up as a security, and this is the reason why people do not choose Arahnu as the service to borrow money. Accessibility is the second challenge that Arahnu faces. Many businesses providing Islamic pawnbroking service do not operate near remote areas. This is because the majority of Islamic pawnbroking providers choose to operate in urban regions because doing so enables them to reach a higher level of productivity and grow their business more quickly. Most clients who are interested in using the Arahnu service are typically looking for the location of the closest pawnbroking to complete a mortgage transaction. Next, people with the lack of experience. People are hesitant to use Islamic pawnbroking because most people think of it as a service for the community poor. People are also hesitant to choose Islamic pawn trading because most people think it is a service for Muslims. Different things like religion can make it hard for people to accept Islamic pawnbroking. We can see why people who are not Muslim might have a thought that Islamic pawnbroking was only for Muslims. People often think that Muslims are the only one who can use the Islamic banking goods. The final obstacle of the Arahnu is gold fraud. There was a situation in which an Islamic pawnbroker was given the gold, but it turned out to be the counterfeit. The performance of the Arahnu provider company will suffer if they receive the counterfeit gold, and they will not be able to remain competitive for an extended period in the pawnbroking market. This topic has been the primary concern, major cause for concern for those that provide the Arahnu because it may result in a loss.
In conclusion, based on the past performance of entrepreneur Arahnu, it is impossible to deny that Islamic pawn shop in Malaysia offer enormous potential for the community development if concern arising from Islamic. pawn shop activity can be handled. Is it true that Islamic pawn shop system has a capacity and ability to satisfy client needs and affect the country's short-term credit structure? From the purpose of assisting the needy or improve vicious people in obtaining cash and providing microfinance, Islamic pawn shop appear to be a greater demand from the client with low, middle and high income. From the purpose of assisting the needy or poor to collect cash and providing microfinance, Islamic pawnbroking appear to be in demand among consumers with a medium and high income level. Customers pledge a gold and jewel in early days of Arahnu to receive fast cash to support their everyday life and businesses. But now, some customer promises their asset to obtain loan to conduct investment. According to this scenario, Islamic pawnbroking has a future development potential. For the greater expansion, Arahnu operator must handle issue and challenge in a positive manner. It is recommended that all Arahnu operations maintain their key strength and Islamic microfinance provider with no riba, transparent transaction, and the lower cost of borrowing when compared to the traditional pawnbroking. Policymakers, such as the state or federal government, should monitor Arahnu activity to ensure they are in accordance with Sharia principles and have a priority on the social benefit to consumer rather than profit maximization, as is common in traditional pawnbroking.